What if a single lightning strike could rip you out of this world and drop you into another? In 1974, Peter Williamson vanished during a storm, right in front of his family, and returned 3 days later with clothes from a place that shouldn't exist. Was it a freak accident, or proof of a parallel universe? Stay tuned to the end to uncover the mind-bending truth behind this mystery. Hey, mystery lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're digging into a story that's equal parts creepy and mind-blowing: the strange disappearance of Peter Williamson. This isn't your average missing person case. It's a tale that weaves together lightning strikes, unexplained clothing, and the wild possibility of parallel universes. Picture this. A guy steps into his backyard during a storm, gets zapped by lightning, and vanishes. 3 days later, he's back, dry as a bone in a rain-soaked world, wearing pants that don't belong to him. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this happened, or at least, that's what the story claims. Why are we talking about this now? Because it taps into a question that's been buzzing for decades. Could there be other realities out there, just beyond our reach? Scientists have been tossing around the idea of a multiverse since the 1950s. And with breakthroughs like Google's Project Willow, a quantum computer that solves problems faster than should be possible, people are starting to wonder if parallel worlds are more than just theory. Add in lightning, one of nature's most powerful forces, and you've got a recipe for a mystery that's too good to ignore. The Peter Williamson case has floated around paranormal circles for years, popping up in books like Time Storms by Jenny Randles and Supernatural Vanishings by Rodney Davies. It's the kind of story that keeps you up at night, wondering if the next thunderstorm could change everything. This video's got it all: a gripping tale, some quantum science to back it up, and a healthy dose of skepticism to keep us grounded. We'll explore what happened to Peter, why some think he slipped into another dimension, and whether this could all be a cleverly spun yarn. If you're into unsolved mysteries, parallel universes, or just love a good story, you're in the right place. Oh, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're diving deep into the weird and unexplained every week. Let's jump into the story. It's the summer of 1974 in Somerset, England. Peter Williamson is hosting a barbecue, think burgers sizzling, kids running around, the usual family vibe. But then the sky darkens. A storm rolls in fast, and rain starts hammering down. Everyone scrambles to the patio, laughing nervously as thunder rumbles closer. A lightning bolt cracks a tree next door, and the mood shifts. Things are getting real. That's when Peter's kids notice their dog is still out in the yard, cowering under a bush. Peter, being the dad he is, tells them to stay put and dashes out to grab it. He's halfway across the lawn when, boom, lightning strikes again. So close you can feel it. His friends and family see his silhouette light up against the blinding flash, and then he's gone. No scream, no body, just empty air where he stood seconds ago. Fast forward 3 days. Mary, Peter's wife, is a wreck. Police searches, hospital checks, nothing. Then, out of nowhere, the gardener yells for her. She runs outside, and there's Peter, sitting on the grass near some bushes. She's sobbing, hugging him, overjoyed he's alive. But then she notices something off. It's been raining for days, everything's soaked, but Peter's clothes are completely dry. And he's wearing these green corduroy pants she's never seen before. He's dazed, barely remembers the barbecue, and has no clue where he's been for 60 hours. The hospital says he's fine, just amnesia. But then the dreams start. Peter sees flashes, walking in the rain, a kind doctor picking him up, a hospital he doesn't recognize. He remembers borrowing those pants from a guy named JB because his own jeans were shredded. One day, he checks his closet. Those exact corduroy pants are there, with a label from a tailor named Herbert Fox and the initials JB stitched inside. In his pocket, a pack of senior service cigarettes he doesn't smoke, with a logo that's wrong. Peter tracks down the tailor's town. Locals say Herbert Fox's shop burned down 20 years ago. Those pants shouldn't exist. It's the kind of detail that makes your skin crawl. Did Peter really vanish? Or is something stranger at play? So, what's the evidence? Let's start with the pants. They're new, not some dusty relic, stitched with 1960s techniques. Labeled Herbert Fox, a tailor whose shop went up in flames in the 1950s. Inside, The initials JB match a guy named John Blackwood, who died in a mining accident in 1953, at least in this reality. The cigarette pack? Senior Service. A real brand, but the logo's off, like it's from a different timeline. Investigator Colin Parsons, who interviewed Peter and Mary, called it impossible to fake in 1974. He tracked down the clothing manufacturer. They confirmed the zippers from 1968. The stitching's legit, but the green corduroy? Never seen it before. This isn't just weird, it's physical proof something's off. Then there's the science. In 1957, physicist Hugh Everett dropped the many worlds theory. Every choice splits reality into parallel universes. One where Peter gets hit by lightning and dies. Another where he's fine, and maybe one where he pops into a different dimension. Lightning's a beast, millions of volts. Enough to disrupt quantum systems. In 2014, Griffith University took it further with the many interacting worlds theory. Parallel universes don't just exist. They bump into each other. When they do, quantum effects go haywire. Objects shift. People vanish. Lightning could be the trigger. A natural portal between worlds. Google's Project Willow backs this up. A quantum computer solving problems in minutes that'd take supercomputers billions of years. How? Maybe it's tapping into parallel realities. 16 eyewitnesses saw Peter disappear. His dry clothes, the impossible pants, the cigarettes, it fits the multiverse idea. Could a lightning strike have punched him into another dimension and back? The math says it's possible. But not so fast. There's another side to this. The police weren't buying the parallel universe angle. Their take? Peter got zapped by lightning, stumbled over an 8-foot wall around his yard, and wandered off in a daze. The flash blinded everyone, so they missed him climbing out. He shows up 3 days later, confused, wearing pants he picked up somewhere. Amnesia explains the rest. His brain scrambled, inventing memories to fill the gaps. Doctors back this up. Lightning can mess you up without leaving a mark. And amnesia often comes with weird hallucinations. Those dreams of a hospital? Maybe he overheard talk of a local doctor and stitched it into a story. Then there's the paper trail, or lack of it. Despite claims of national TV alerts, no 1974 Somerset newspapers mentioned Peter Williamson. No police reports. No property records. Nothing. The story comes from Colin Parsons, a guy who wrote Encounters with the Unknown, but he's better known for puzzle books than hard facts. The pants and cigarettes? Could be props, sewn and aged to look real. The senior service logo being off. That's a Mandela effect. Millions swear they remember things wrong, like the Berenstain Bears spelling. Skeptics say this is just a spooky urban legend, hyped up by paranormal authors like Jenny Randles and Rodney Davies. No quantum physics needed. Just a guy who got lost and a good storyteller. So, lightning strike mystery or clever hoax? That's the question. There you go. The strange disappearance of Peter Williamson. A lightning strike, a 3-day vanish, and pants from nowhere. Is it proof of a parallel universe, backed by quantum science, or just a wild tale spun from amnesia and imagination? The evidence is freaky, but the holes are real. What do you think? Did Peter slip into another dimension? Or is this all smoke and mirrors? Let me know in the comments. I'm dying to hear your take.